This is the Creator's Guide to Successful Manifesting. I am your host, M.L. Lewis. And today's focus will be on knowing thyself. Knowing and acknowledging our true nature. Everyone is a reflection of everyone else. It is a reflection of the inner soul and mind. I am all and all. Always remember that this is the truth that shall set you free. Life is not a battle. It is a game. It is a game of giving and receiving. If you give to your vibrational field of awareness, energy that resides in your inner world, love perhaps, you will receive love. If you give unbalanced energy, you will reflect that back on the objective world, on the effects world. Unbalanced energy. I have to always be mindful of this truth at all moments of my own awareness. This is my salvation. I am the power to manifest whatever I choose. I must learn the appropriate and most successful ways to do this. Acknowledging daily that I am the only presence acting here is the first step to my success. Knowing who I am. I am intelligent infinity. Love, light, light, love. I am universal awareness. I am omnipotent. I am omnipresent. I am omniscient. I am the only presence acting here is a powerful statement that I use frequently to help me stay present and to not get pulled into these stories of the past or these stories of the future. I see it in my mind as these vortexes all around me, these stories, and me, this cosmic awareness that is having this experience. Either I'm going to get pulled into these little vibrational vortexes that says this story is real, this person is mean, this person is kind, or I'm in the future something's going to happen, or this, that, and the other. All of these little story vortexes, if you can use in your mind and imagine, they are all around you as these little time loops. And if if you're not careful, you can get pulled right into it. So I've developed something for myself to help me, and I'm sharing this with you because we are all constantly growing. We are all constantly learning, and I am as well. And this is just a way to share and help someone who may need this information as I need it. And we're all the same being anyway. But knowing that there's all of these little side stories around me in the form of vortexes is how I like to imagine it, that I can easily slide into and get stuck there if I don't watch myself and stay present. I use that affirmation throughout my day when I feel myself getting pulled into a side story. I am the only presence acting here. To be successful manifester, which we are constantly manifesting, so we're obviously successful. But to be an intentionally successful manifester, where you're actually manifesting what you desire to manifest or vibrating with that reality and having that experience of what it is that you're choosing, you have to stay present so that you're in the driver's seat, the director's seat, and directing yourself where you're choosing to go. I am the only presence acting here is a statement that sets me free every time. When we acknowledge that I am the only presence acting here, it supersedes the physical, the origin of the body. It is the now moment awareness of this that I am in this very moment. It is this cosmic universal awareness that supersedes physical life. It is the awareness that is still aware even when the body is no longer active for physical use. We know that this statement is the truth because I am the only awareness within myself that can feel how perception or the effects world is affecting me. I am the only awareness that can use my imagination privately and feel it in its fullness. I am the only awareness within myself that uses my imagination to say, this person is bad, good, this person is kind, beautiful, or etc., and feel what that means to me. For example, when I perceive people, if I choose to write a code within myself that labels a specific person as messy or wishy-washy, that is how they will appear to me, either through my own imaginings and through physical awareness, where they're in the effects world in the story or in my now moment, and they're coming off to me as messy. And I may not see them for years to come, but in my imaginings, just from one or two interactions with them, I have labeled this person as messy or kind or loving. You see, this is how I am the only presence acting here, because I get to decide if you're messy. I get to decide if you're kind for my world. I get to decide if you are negative or sweet. I get to write a code about you in my story that I'm experiencing. And that person over there might not even know. They might be the most wonderful person in the world, but I have chosen to write a story that says, you're an ugly person. You are a mean person. And I will only experience that side of you, or I won't experience you at all. It will just be in my catalog that you are, or in my thought processes, that you are this awful person. Or I could say you're a beautiful, loving person. That person is so sweet and kind. And if that person is exerting in their own personal experience negative behaviors, I won't be around to experience that, because I've written a code for my world that says this person is kind and loving. So I would never see that. Because in my world, you're kind, you're loving. Unless something in me is on the fence, perhaps, and I'm not sure about your behaviors. Then I will experience a world where, hey, maybe you're good, maybe you're not. But I think you pretty much get that this is a true statement and very powerful when it comes to manifesting. I like to use this affirmation to remind myself that if I'm in a misguided belief that someone is doing something to me, that it's not true. I am the only presence acting here. If a person is doing something to me, or if I believe that they're doing something to me, because it's really, and the word is, we like to use that word illusion. But it is really the way I see it, because we're vibrational beings and we know how vibratory energy works. You could look at, I would say, if you're doing a recording and you can see how the vibrational sound goes up and down, it's kind of like that. We it's a vibration that arose and fell back into the infinite sea of vibrations. It's either way you want it to go. You vibrated with it in that moment, and that's what it was. But let's stay focused here. Our focus on today's topic is I am the only presence acting here. And like I stated, if I'm in a misguided belief that someone is doing something to me, I tell myself immediately, because I know this truth, this is not true. This is not my story. You have to catch it right away before you go into that story that this is an awful person and that appears in your life, and it doesn't feel good because you're the only person feeling that person is this terrible person. You're feeling it within your heart. You're feeling it within your cells. You're feeling it with in the vibrational field of yourself. That's not good for yourself. Have to keep your field of activity in a harmonious, well-balanced place, a good feeling place for successful manifestation. So if there's something that appears in your vibrational field of awareness that is not supportive of love and light, that is more on the opposite end of that spectrum, you can change it. This is not my story. This is not true because I am the only presence acting here. I am at peace with myself and the whole world. I can't tell you how often that has turned toxic relationships into supportive and loving relationships for me. It's truly powerful. It's truly a blessing. I do it all the time now. I like being reminded that I am the master of the universe, that I am having a reality that is truly unique to me and my inner awareness. I know through study that I am responsible for anything that happens in my life because I am the only presence acting here. What we do now is end this with affirmations that I am the only presence acting here. And we know, if you are a study of this, if you are new to this, please know that repetition is very powerful when it comes to planting suggestions in your subconscious mind for successful manifestation. If you say it one time, hey, you may believe it that one time, but it's like a nail. If you tap on that nail into the wood just once, it may not even break into the wood. If you hit it a little harder, it may make a piercing, but it's not all the way in there. But you keep bamming on that thing, and you're going to get that nail secure in that wood. And that is what it's like when it comes to admitting or submitting even new information into the subconscious mind. Repetition is very powerful here. And so if you're not accustomed to knowing that I am the only presence acting here, I am the only presence acting here, then we're going to do this right now. Repeat it. You can even create your own recording and listen to it over and over again, or you can use this. I am the only presence acting here. I am the only presence acting over there. I am the only presence acting in every individual that appears in my vibrational field. I am the directing presence. I am the master of the universe. My words go out and complete themselves. They do not return back to me void. I am the only presence acting here. I am the only presence acting here. I am all and all. I am omnipotent. I am omniscient. I am omnipresent. I am all and all. I am all and all. I am the only presence acting here.